Hi friends, in this video we are solving the problem based on the double integration by the change of order of integration. Okay, when we will apply the change of order of integration means if the double integration is not easy to solve, that time we will apply the change of order of integration. If even sometimes we can apply changing into polar coordinates also. Okay, not only change of order of integration, change of the variables also we will apply to get the solution. Okay, anyway, in this case you see the limits. First of all, how to write how to solve the solution means we have to mention clearly in words. In the exam we have to write in words, that is here the limits of x are here 4y and x is equal to 4. These are what here variables, because one is variable is there, so x limits are variables, and the limits of y are y is equal to 0 and y is equal to 1. So these are constant. So you need to write in words. The limits of x are x is equal to 4y and x is equal to 4 are variables, and the limits of y are y is equal to 0 and y is equal to 1 are constants. Now in words you have to write like this. To change the order of integration, we require to find the limits of x as, here limits of x what you have, variables. So limits of x as constant and limits of y are what you have here, constant. So limits of y are variables. We have to write like this. For this we have to draw the rough sketch of the given limits. What are the given limits here? For this we have to draw the rough sketch of the given limits. X is equal to 4 comma x is equal to 4y and y is equal to 0 comma y is equal to 1. Okay, now put x is equal to 4 in this case, in this equation. If x is equal to 4, 4 is equal to 4y, 4 cancel, so y is equal to 1. So what is the point here? You have 4 comma 1. If you put y is equal to 0, y0 here you put x is equal to what? 0. If you put y is equal to 1, then x is equal to what? 4. So the point is 0 comma 0 and point is 4 comma 1. Okay, now these are the points we have. So draw the rough sketch for this. You observe what we have first here. X is equal to 4. X is equal to 4 means which is parallel to the y axis. So this is x is equal to 4. Next, x is equal to 4y. X is equal to my type, which is passing through the origin, symmetrical about the both the axis here. X is equal to 4y. Next, y is equal to 0. Y is equal to 0 means here x axis. So x axis. So it is touches at this point and this point, and it touches these points. So next, y is equal to 1. Y is equal to 1 means this is y is equal to 0 1. Next, y is equal to 1. Y is equal to 1 means you observe, if you put y is equal to 0, what is you have? X is equal to 4. So this is the 4 comma 1. So this is y is equal to 1, and you can say this is x axis, but in the equation you can say y is equal to 0. Now the given integration, you observe limits of x here variable. So now you have to take x limits as a constant. So what is our region from this means this is our region. Okay, now in this case you have to take x as a constant limit. So here you observe x is from where to where it is moving. X is 0 comma 0 to maximum it is moving 4 comma 0. Okay, this is touches, what is this point here? Touches the x axis means here y value is 0 on x axis. So x is moving from 0 to 4. And next you want y value. For this, if you want to get the y value, draw the strip which is parallel to the y axis. We have to draw the vertical strip. So this is parallel to the y axis if you taken. Now you tell me what is the lower limit for this curve, for this strip, which the strip is touching the x axis. On x axis, what is the y value? 0. Next, which touches the curve x is equal to 4y. On this straight line, what is the y value you have? X by 4. That's it, into e power x square dx dy. Now we have to evaluate this integration. You observe here y is here dependent on x. In the given problem, y is independent. So now we are changed the order of integration or not? Yes, but we have to evaluate this one. Only we are not changing, we have to evaluate this one. So evaluation of this means, first of all we have to integrate with respect to what variable? Dependent variable. What is the dependent variable here? You have y. So first you integrate with respect to y. Before that I have written this is the region R and it is converted as a R dash. Both the regions are same but the limits will be changed here. Limits only changed here. Okay, anyway, now integrating with respect to y na. So e power x square you have to write e power x square as it is. So e to the power of x square. Integration y means 1 in where you don't have a y function, nothing but you can take a constant that has a 1. 1 integration with respect to y is y. Limits from 0 to x by 4 into dx. So this is equal to integral 0 to 4 e power x square, and upper limit if you are substituted then you will have x by 4 minus 0 into dx. So now you have to do the integration. 1 by 4 is outside, integral 0 to 4 e power x square into x dx. So here you cannot apply UV rule because e power x square integration we cannot get directly. So what to do in this case means we have to go for any other method. Formulas, have you any formula? No, we don't have any formula. So go for substitution method. What we have to substitute means exponential function. If it is x, okay, but x square you have, so we are not getting. So in this case what we have to do means x square is equal, consider as any function. Let x square is equal to t. Now x square is equal to t is nothing but x is equal to what? Root t. Then dx is equal to root t derivative. Root x derivative 1 by 2 root x. So root t derivative 1 by 2 root t into dt. Okay na? Next we have to change the x limits also. If x lower limit is 0, that implies if you put x is equal to 0, that implies root t is equal to 0. So t is equal to 0. Next if you put x is equal to 4, that implies root t is equal to 4, then t is equal to 16. Okay na? Now the lower t limits are, lower limit is 0 and upper limit is 16. Now you substitute in the above equation, then you will have 1 by 4 times of limits from 0 to 16 e to the power of x square. X square is nothing but t. X is equal to what you have? Root t. What about the dx? 1 by 2 root t into dt. So root t numerator and denominator getting cancelled. 2 you can write outside. Then 1 by 4 times of 1 by 2 is nothing but 1 by 8 integral 0 to 16 e to the power of t dt. So this is equal to 1 by 8 times of e power t integration e power t by 1. T derivative is 1 na? So limits from 0 to 16. So you will have 1 by 8 times of e to the power of 16 minus e power 0. What is the e power 0 you have? 1. So 1 by 8 times of e to the power of 16 minus 1 is the solution for the integral 0 to 1 x to 4y to 4 e power x square dx dy. Like this we have to solve the double integration in the change of order of integration. In the next video we will solve the problem evaluate the following integral by changing the order of integration. The integration they are given, integral from 0 to 1 integral x to square root of 2 minus x square times of here the given function integrand is you have x by square root of x square plus y square into dy dx. Okay, we are solving in the next video this one. Friends, you have to observe here while solving by change of order of integration. First you have to observe the constant limits are what? X limits are constant or y limits are constant, you have to observe. If x limits are constant in the given function, first function, okay now, in the first region, then what we have to do means we have to change the order of integration is nothing but next from the constant to variable. So if in this case here x is a constant limits, that is 0 to 1, then region if you are changed, then what you have to do means y x should be a function of y and y is a constant limits. Like that we have to do. For this we have to use this limits and we have to draw the rough sketch also. Sometimes you will get directly region. In the previous this problem, in the previous problem and before problems also we got the region, single region only. But sometimes we are unable to get a single region. That time maybe region is converted like two regions. Some we cannot get directly one region. We have to add two or more regions to get the this given problem region. Okay na? Next, in the next problem we will discuss the region also, how we will write, how we will separate the region, why it is, why we are getting more than one regions also we will discuss. Thank you for watching this video.